Each member is acknowledging that they are attending the meeting via Zoom and that they are located in Wayne County, Michigan, unless otherwise stated when I call your name. Commissioner Kniezek,
Here.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Here.
Commissioner Basham,
Here.
Commissioner Killeen,
Here.
Chair Dobb,
Here.
you have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
Excuse me. I have none other than I do have a slight cold. I went and got tested for COVID and it was negative. So that's good news, but excuse me if I'm a little rough sounding today. Next item, please.
C, approval of the October 13th, 2021 meeting minutes.
So move their approval, Madam Chair. Colleen.
Okay, it's been moved and supported. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? Hearing none. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Next item, please.
Unfinished business, item 1, requesting commission approval of a retroactive 3-year comparable source professional services contract with 1-year option to renew with Source Blue LLC.
Okay, we did not receive the requested information for this item, so we will be moving forward. We won't be discussing this item today, but Commissioner Basham, did you have a question or comment? Oh, you're on mute.
That was one of my comments, but so we're going to table this item?
Yes, pass for the day.
Okay, so move.
Support pass for the day. Colleen.
It's been moved and supported.
Commissioner,
Yes.
no action is required on this item because you don't have it. It's not in our queue.
Okay, because it's unfinished business. Okay.
No, because they didn't resubmit it, so you don't have anything to pass for today.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you. Next item, please.
Item 1, under new business, requesting commission approval of a retroactive 2-year sole source software and annual service agreement with 4 1-year options to renew with Bottom Line Technologies.
All right, any discussion on this item? Commissioner Basham?
Again, Madam Chair, that's how we get in trouble. And we've got major millions of dollars of trouble with software. When you do sole source year after year after year after year, and it's not competitive, and then on top of being sole source, it's retroactive. And this company actually holds a patent to the C-Series software used and holds its rights exclusively. And it's retroactive due to outstanding invoices from 2019. Last I looked, this is 2021. It's concerning to me. I understand where we're at, where we're doing, but I sort of blame us, the county, for not looking at the especially software. The sole source gets us tied up to where we can't go get competitive bids for other companies around the country. And it really bothers me that we collectively are not doing our jobs and trying to get more competition into all fields. I've said it.
Thank you. Commissioner Colleen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, I would like to hear the department discuss this. As I look at this, and then I'd like them to address a couple of things. 2-year contract that is already expired, starting September 3rd, or ending September 3rd of this year. So I guess that means we would be in one of the 4 1-year options to renew. Is that where we're at? And 4 1-year options to renew is kind of new to me, you know, that we go that far. We'll have 2 1-year options to renew, but this is 4. So several things here when the department introduces this. We haven't approved this contract because it's coming retroactive. So did they do work for 2 years and we paid them? without an approved contract, address the retroactivity, and address the where we're at. Is this one of the 1-year renewals that we are? And also why the 4 1-year renewals in the contract? Why are we doing that? I haven't seen that before. So those are my questions, Madam Chair.
Someone here from the administration who can answer those.
Yes, Carl Stafford, Wayne County Treasurer. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this contract or the arrangement with Bottom Line predates TCM. They've been paid pursuant to 1-year blankets in the past. So now, since the contract exceeds $50,000, we were required to enter into a formal contract with Bottom Line. And we started this process over a year ago. It's just taken some time to answer the various questions, the various levels of trying to get this contract approved. With respect to it being a sole source, the reason why we have the 1-year extensions, 4 1-year extensions, because once we move over to Oracle, we will no longer need the services of Bottom Line, but we want to have the ability to continue to print checks until we move over to the new system. So that's basically the background on this. And then this, the contract being September 4th, 2019 through September 3rd, 2021 is the original contract term. And this does not count toward the 1-year extension. And the reason why we're past September 3rd is because of the time it's taken to get this process to this point, the contract to this point.
Thank you for that, Mr. Stafford. So you're saying between 2019 and 2021, September 3rd, those 2 years, you did not exceed the $50,000 limit?
Oh, no, the $50,000 limit probably was exceeded before that time period. But that was well, this contract dates back several years, and it was before these particular requirements were in effect as far as having commission approval.
Okay.
See, these were considered as 1-year contracts in the past, but now the position of the county is we have to look at it from an aggregate basis. And since we now exceeded that amount, then we're submitting it to approval by the commission.
So you're presenting today that it would begin as a 2-year contract on September 4th of this year. And then after that would be 4 1 year. And I understand your rationale.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. Then I guess I need to hear from staff, commission staff, about the 2-year period from September 4, 2019 to September 3, 2021. During that 2-year period, was the $50,000 exceeded? Did we get information on that? Because then if you go over the 50 in those 2-year periods, you're spending money that hasn't been approved by the commission, and that's a no-no. Can commission staff or commission counsel shed any light on this?
Well, this is Carl Stafford. The contract amount definitely did not exceed $50,000 between September 4th, 19 through September 3rd, 2021. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, I want our staff to, I want to hear from our staff on that too, whether they were notified of that or because they should have been notified, I would think, if that was the case. Does commission staff or council have any information on how much money was spent in that 2-year period?
Hi, Commissioner Killeen. This is Makisha. This is the first time we've gotten this, so we are unaware of what they were spending prior to that. So I would say no during that 2-year period, but like he said, they were processing these as 1-year contracts. So it's just now coming to the commission.
Okay. Mr. Stafford, could you send over the appropriate paperwork to commission staff with regards to any expenditures you had for Bottom Line Technologies from September 4 to September 3 of 21, so that we have that as part of our records?
Would you like just the invoice? It will be basically the unpaid invoices.
Whatever information you have to show what your expenditures are. I don't know what that would look like in your books and your, I
I'll be
don't know
happy.
what,
I'll be happy to.
because I understand your situation here and what you're doing, and I want to move this forward today. But I would also like that we have verified that the expenditures in that 2-year period, 19 to 21, were not in violation of any county ordinance. And I would like to have that for full board next week, that we can say that then, because our staff has it.
I'll be
So
happy to provide that today.
I appreciate it, Mr. Stafford. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any further questions or discussion on this item? Would anyone like to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll move its approval, Madam Chair. I'm sorry, Colleen.
Can I get support?
Support.
It's been moved by Commissioner Colleen, supported by Commissioner Clerk Coleman. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Kenizik,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
No.
Commissioner Colleen,
Aye.
Chair Dobb,
Yes. Motion passes. Next item.
Accept Detroit.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of a Victims of Crime Act Victim Assistance Program grant agreement with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Okay, I do have a question on this item. Is there anyone here to speak on this?
Yes, Commissioner, this is Dwayne Seals, Wayne County Deputy, Wayne County Clerk, Chief Financial Officer.
Welcome. In our analysis packet, it's states that the transmittal letter says that the grant will pay for 6 social services specialists to assist victims of domestic violence and stalking, but then stalking is crossed out in the application. So I'm wondering, is stalking included in domestic violence, or do victims of stalking not get these services?
This grant is for anyone who actually applies for a VOCA or applies for a PPO. So therefore, if it's a stalking or what have you, domestic violence, they would actually see the service as well.
Okay, thank you. Do any other commissioners have questions or discussion on this item? Commissioner Colleen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Is this just 1 year's worth of funding?
Yes, through the chair, yes, Commissioner Colleen, this is for 1 year. As you remember, this funding, I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Seals. Does that mean it could potentially go away next year, that we would only have this grant funded for a year then?
This is actually a state grant. We've had this for a number of years. It used to be an 80-20 match. Now it's just completely funded by the state. So no, we expect this grant to go on.
So you've had this grant in the past?
Yes, we have a number of years.
Number of years that we've been paying for 6 social services specialists.
Yes.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Does anyone want to make a motion on this?
So move.
Support, Colleen.
It's been moved by Commissioner Basham, supported by Commissioner Colleen. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Kenizik,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Colleen,
Aye.
Chair Dobb,
Yes, motion passes. Next item, please.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of retroactive Amendment 1 to a 2-year legal services agreement with Allen Brothers Attorneys and Counselors, PLLC.
Okay, I know that we've got some members of Corporation Counsel with us. I just wanted to ask, who is the or are the attorneys that are working on this case?
Good afternoon, Commissioner. This is Sue Hamu, Deputy Corporation Counsel. Jim Serwick from the Allen Brothers Law Firm is the attorney that was selected to handle this case, and Jim is here with us today as well.
Okay. Okay, that was all that I had as a question. Commissioner Basham?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. $20,056 is owed for work performed that exceeds the previously approved amount by $10,166 over the $35,000 limit. And actually, this needs commission approval. What can you sort of explain why? I mean, we give a contract and people think it's just routine business to exceed the contracts and then come to us after the fact. I'd like a little bit more attention paid to this issue.
Sure. Just for some context, Commissioner,
Sure.
we actually requested the modification. We began the request for the modification process in July, when we still had money on the contract. Obviously, the discovery phase of the case was a little bit more aggressive than we had anticipated. But one of the things that held us up is we were waiting for the client, the prosecutor's office, to give us approval for the contract in terms of the amount and the timing of the contract modification. So that's part of the delay for why we were retroactive in seeking the approval from you.
So some of us should be talking more to the prosecutor and saying, why are you dragging your feet on this?
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I mean, it took us some time to get approval from the prosecutor's office.
I'll talk to Tony. Thank you.
You all set, Commissioner Basham?
Sort of.
Right, any further questions? Would anyone like to make a motion?
Colleen, move approval, Madam Chair.
Basham, reluctant support.
It's been moved and supported. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Kniezek,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Reluctant, yes.
Commissioner Colleen,
Aye.
Chair Dobb,
Yes. Motion passes. Next item, please.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I have none. Next item.
Public comments.
Did we receive any emails?
We do have an email comment.
Okay, could you read that, please?
Yes, this is from Claudia Bates. It reads, Commissioners, I am a registered nurse previously employed with WellPath in the Wayne County Jail. Unfortunately, WellPath lost its contract with Wayne County, so my employment ended with WellPath and the new company, NapCare, that Wayne County, close to take over, hired me. My issue concerns the FSA account that I elected to participate in during my employment with WellPath. There was very little communication from WellPath regarding the transition, and we nurses were left in the dark regarding many things, especially as far as our benefit balances were concerned. With 2 weeks left on its contract with Wayne County, WellPath told us that we had only 2 weeks to utilize our FSA money or we would forfeit any remaining balances. It's an impossible task during a pandemic. Plus, this year we faced a critical staffing shortage, which required those without FMLA to work a tremendous amount of overtime, which meant there was no time to schedule necessary medical appointments or services. I have paid $2,100 into my FSA account, plus I had $500 of my money from 2020 rolled over. There's a total of $2,569 in my FSA account that I cannot use. The premature forfeiture doesn't seem right, and if I was going to be forbidden to use my money after a certain date, I feel WellPath should have done a better job communicating. To us, this 2 weeks prior is not enough time to do anything about it. What's even more disturbing is that WellPath turned our FSA cards off on 9/30/2021, but still took one last payment from me the next day. I request this body look into this matter and help us nurses get our FSA money back, or at least be able to use FSA money until the end of the benefit year. Sincerely, Nurse Bates.
Thank you. Is there anyone, oh, I'm sorry, can you unmute all of the lines, please?
The lines have been unmuted.
All right. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to make a comment? Anyone from the public who wishes to make a comment at this time, just go ahead or unmute yourself. And last call for public comments. Okay, hearing none, we'll close public comments. Next item, please. Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Konisek, do you have your hand up?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I would appreciate both your indulgence and some feedback from Commission Counsel here. I did vote in a way that I did not want to vote on item number 2. Would you be willing to entertain a motion to reconsider?
I would, if that's okay with Commission Counsel.
Yes,
clerk.
anyone who voted yes on the item can make the motion for reconsideration.
Okay.
And for Commission Counsel, I mean, is that just simple as me stating now that I'd like to move to reconsider item number 2, or do I have to
Yeah.
do any additional steps?
Nope, just what you said.
All right, well then, Madam Chair, I'd like to move to reconsider item number 2, please.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Can we just do a voice vote on that?
That's fine.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion passes. So we will go to
A motion for item number 2 now.
the,
Madam Chair, I
item-
move to approve item number 2.
Support.
item number 2's been moved and supported. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Konisek,
Abstain, please.
Commissioner Clark Coleman,
Yes. Yes.
Commissioner Basham,
Yes.
Commissioner Colleen,
Aye.
Chair Dobb,
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you. Now we will move on to the next item.
adjournment.
Couldn't be.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Support.
Been moved and supported. All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
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 We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.